I want to encourage you today to step back and allow the Holy Spirit to take your burdens. Step back and don't worry about tomorrow, but take up your cross today, right? You need to think about what freedom looks for you, not just in the future, but for where you are right now. Because taking up the cross and carrying it, right, is a decision by decision, moment by moment thing, right? And moments create days, and days, right, create weeks. Weeks create months, and months create years, and years create decades, right? It is by the small, gradual, and powerful process of taking up your cross today that you will see victory and breakthrough tomorrow. So what I'm saying is, don't allow the pressure of tomorrow to hinder you from being obedient to God today, right? Don't allow how you can mess up in the future to dissuade you from even stepping out of the boat and trying to walk on water. There are many people whom God is calling into deeper waters right now, but because of the fear of sinking and the fear of falling, it seems as if that it's an impossible task. But I want to encourage you today to take the task for what it is and to step out and walk on water, right? Right, again, in your direct devotion to God, we can have this conversation with your prayer life, with your fasting life, with your time in the Word, with your devotion life, with conquering and overcoming different sins and issues and shortcomings that you have. It can also apply in the realm of an area of your life that God is calling you to sharpen or calling you to improve. For example, God may be calling you to do something in the business world or to do something in your career. It may be a part of where he called you to be and where he called you to. And he may be calling you to come higher, to do things at a higher level, to do things better, to do things with more accuracy because of the people that he assigned you to. And so what that means is that for you, dying daily in that place means that you have to die to the laziness, right? Or die to the comfort that would try to hold you on the same level, that would try to hold you on the same thoughts, that would try to hold you to do the same activities, right? And so the things that we have to die to, right, determines the things that we're available to be alive to, right? And so if we don't die to the fear of failure, which is a part of taking up our cross, not walking in the fear of failure, we can be alive, right, to the place that God is calling us. If we don't die, right, to laziness, we will not be alive to diligence. If we don't die, right, to anger, we won't be alive to peace. So when it comes to dying daily, you have to think about what you're about to become alive to, right? There has to be in that moment a reason that you're willing to die to self for, that you're willing to give yourself over, right, to Christ for. Because you want to come out of where you are, you must die, right? You cannot be alive to success if you don't die to mediocrity. And there are so many of us, right? We want to move at a higher level in our relationship with God. We want to break away from elementary things. We want to shift from issues that we've had for so long. And then there are those of us, we're called to do some things in the natural, and we're trying to break through, but we're stuck. You have to remember, right, why you're dying. First and foremost, right, you're dying unto self to live unto God. You're dying unto self, right? To follow Jesus and to be his disciple. Furthermore, you know that your disciple maker, your master, is calling you somewhere because you were not delivered for nothing. So secondarily, there are people, right, that your master who has assigned you to, and it is only through death that you'll be alive enough to be able to reach them, right, and do what he has called you to do, to be the example that he's called you to be the disciple maker that he's called you to be the loving, compassionate person that he's called you to be, right? If we do not die to the flesh, die to self, die to the current version of where we are, we will never come into who Christ is calling us to be for his purpose and for his glory. So even in the benefit of coming alive to things that are better, it is still all about Jesus.